like I say, you can't use Drake with me. You can't use fucking Lil Baby because they don't with me no more. So you please don't use that. You haven't seen me around Drake in a minute. Or Lil Baby. A long time. So let's get that out the door. Please don't use that no more. Like, I'm not a leecher. Like, fuck with me for a reason. But like, I want to die. Like, I want to kill myself. I want to like leave this earth.
Oh honey, just when we thought the whole Diddy saga had cooled off, Meek Mill reignited the flames. And this time, he didn't just light a match, he practically threw a whole gas can onto the fire. Buckle up, because Meek is allegedly out here straight up naming Drake as the one who lined up poor YK Osiris for Diddy's twisted little games. But baby, this drama, it's not brand new. It's been years simmering beneath the surface. And when you peel back the layers, it all starts to make chilling sense why Meek finally had enough and decided to speak up. Flashback to 2012, Drake and Meek, they were cool, real cool. They teamed up on that track Amen, and fans thought a bromance was blossoming. But in 2015, woo, everything came crashing down like a bad breakup in public. And guess what set it off? A feature, just one. That Rico collab, it changed everything. When Rico dropped, Meek was heated. Not about money, not about timing, it was personal. He went full throttle on Twitter, dragging Drake not for missing a deadline, but for allegedly not writing his own rhymes. And in hip-hop, that's like accusing a chef of microwaving his meals. Unforgivable. Meek even claimed he would have axed Drake's verse if he had known the truth. And that lyric? To me, the girl of your dreams is really not a challenge. That hit way too close. Meek saw it as a shot, not just professionally, but personally. Especially with Nicki Minaj in the picture, the shade was palpable. Suddenly, the internet exploded. It wasn't just about Rico anymore. It became a full-on war about ghostwriters, real bars, and stolen girlfriends. And Drake, he came swinging. He dropped Charged Up on OVO radio, directly firing at Meek and all those allegations. Meek wasn't impressed. At least that's what he said. He clapped back, calling Drake's bars baby lotion, soft ouch, and promised heat of his own. But before he could, Drake dropped back to back, and baby, that track slapped. It made history as the first hip-hop diss track to earn a Grammy nom. Talk about salt in the wound. Meek responded with Wanna Know, doubling down on the ghostwriting claims, mocking Drake with Milli Vanilli imagery and Quentin Miller samples. Drake had another track locked and loaded, three-peat. And though it never dropped officially, he made sure fans heard it live. The message? I'm not backing down. Fast forward to 2018, and the two finally appeared to bury the hatchet. Drake brought Meek out during a Boston concert. They even performed Dreams and Nightmares. Fans cried, hugs were shared, Meek even freestyled over back-to-back. A new era, right, wrong, because this whole YK Osiris mess, it just blew the lid wide open again. So let's get into the tea that's boiling over. It's 2021. YK Osiris, aka the flashy, sweet-voiced kid, goes from being broke to suddenly vacationing in Jamaica at some posh-ass villa. And guess who else was there? Yep, Diddy. Now wait a minute. Just before this, YK had been airing his financial dirty laundry for the world to see, said he was broke, selling cars, struggling. So when he suddenly popped up lounging poolside in paradise, folks were like, where'd the coins come from, sir?
Man, I sold my Lamborghini, I sold my Rolls Royce, I sold my Cadillacs. Yes, sir, ski. Yes, sir, ski. Ride that thing. Hey, I'm about to beat that charge. Man, what the fuck? I ain't gonna lie. This thing gonna be yourself. I ain't gonna cap to you. I got a floss for you, nigga. Oh, God, I ain't got a floss for you, nigga, man. If y'all gonna think what y'all wanna think. If I do got it, don't got it. Y'all gonna think what y'all wanna think. I love this Honda. I ain't riding the Lamborghini. I got a floss for you, nigga.
Then it got real suspicious. YK started posting about listening to that Diddy, eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather. Sir, what kind of fruit exactly? Because this ain't Whole Foods vibes. And then, bam, YK posted a pic of himself leaned over a bowl of fruit looking like someone's flirty house guest. Full boy toy energy. It was giving payroll, it was giving sponsorship, and baby, the streets noticed.
Well,
One user was savage and said, "The moment I didn't see no female or a hint of family, I knew a man was funding the trip." And honestly, that wasn't even a stretch. Because then, YK's own baby mama came through with the confirmation, saying, "Stop asking me what happened with my BD. I caught him with a man." Mic drop. Now Meek, he was watching it all go down, and he wasn't laughing. He knows how these industry titans move, how they lure in young guys, make them feel important, and then chew them up and spit them out. He's seen it too many times.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
And the proof? Oh, honey, it kept rolling in. YK went on The Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne straight up asked him about the Diddy boy toy rumors. YK's reaction? A masterclass in body language. Couldn't make eye contact. Smiling nervously, fidgeting with his hoodie. That man was screaming, "Caught." But wait, Diddy wasn't the only one making folks side-eye, because guess who else had YK orbiting like a lost planet? Drake. And Meek was watching that too.
Yeah, exactly, nobody would ever say that one.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So here goes Envy.
They said he was Diddy's boy toy.
Yeah, I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
I was in
YK
Jamaica
Osiris
with
in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy.
See?
YK was always around Drake. Then that clip dropped where Drake pressured YK to sing after losing a $60 0 cents K-bet, and baby, it gave icky vibes. Like, perform for your supper? Not cool.
I ain't gonna hold you no more. I ain't gonna hold you no more.
You owe me 60 bands, and you have to perform the song right now in the crib. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm giving you an out. I'm not baby, I'm not Boosie. You don't owe me no 2 rags, 5 rags. You owe me 60 bands. I'm playing the song right now. You ready? I need a full. You don't owe me no money right now. I swear, I need a full performance though. The real though. I'm serious.
You just got it,
YK later tried to brush it off, saying Drake was his brother, but it wasn't giving brotherly, it was giving awkward power dynamic.
Who said he don't pay you?
Remember with Drake? Remember you had to sing for Drake?
Nah, but Drake my brother though. Like that's my boy. So it's like when we bet and gamble, like it's really ain't about no money. It's really about this fun. Like we bet $100,000 a shot. But we like it's like really like brother love. Like, you know, that's my boy.
And then he's doing sit-ups on Drake's private jet. Like, who asked?
You struggling? You struggling? With them push-ups.
Fans started noticing too. One even said, looks like they got him doing some strange things. Honestly, hard to argue. Drake kept throwing more confusing signals. He posted YK's new haircut, clearly styled like his Certified Lover Boy album cover, with the caption, "Burnt the theft out, you really won, A1 YK Osiris." What does that even mean?
Man, stop playing. Only I can do this, me and the boy. Stop.
And YK, he doubled down and got the OVO owl tatted on his leg like a walking billboard.
Hey, it's your boy YK Osiris, man. Shout out to all Urban Central. Shout out, yeah.
Then, silence. Ghosted. Drake suddenly drops him like last season's merch. And YK, the poor kid spiraled. YK went live on Instagram, and it wasn't for likes. It was heartbreaking. He cried, saying he wanted to die, said he had no friends, that he felt completely alone. That wasn't some clout chase. It was real, raw pain.
Like I say, you can't use Drake with me. You can't use fucking Lil Baby because they don't me no more. So you please don't use that. You haven't seen me around Drake in a minute, or Lil Baby, a long time. So let's get that out the door. Please don't use that no more. Like, I'm not a leecher. Like, fuck with me for a reason. But like, I want to die. Like, I want to kill myself. I want to like leave this earth. I don't have no friends. Y'all see who I'm with? Nobody. I'm nobody. Nobody nearest me. Nobody around me. Nobody is like near me.
He even posted later saying all these blessed by God rappers were actually dealing with demon, literal spiritual warfare, talking self-harm, manipulation. It was dark.
You see, I'm gonna tell you something. They always want you to, you know what these rappers, all these singers, all these big rappers y'all look up to? They always tell you what the good part about, but they never tell you what the bad part. And that's crazy, man. Yeah, they got all this money, but they dealing with emo spirits. They dealing with themselves. They dealing with, man, come on, man. I want to get out this music industry because this is not for me. But I do it because I feed my family. But I don't want to be in this. This is not what God want me to do. God don't want me to do this. But I do it to feed my family. And I want to get out this. I want to get out of the music industry because yes, you go through pain. You go through this because this is what the devil wants you to go through to destroy yourself.
And now, the whispers started turning into full-blown allegations. Sources began claiming that Diddy and others weren't just being creepy for Instagram, they were running twisted rituals, seduction through luxury, control through fake friendships. And once they gained your trust, boom, the real freak show begins. Even Sloan Bella, a psychic who's been on record with wild, accurate predictions, said Kim Porter knew the truth before she passed.
There are gay people, but what we're talking about here is ritualistic sexual deviancy used to harness energy of a human being. We are being harnessed, not me, not you, but the people that he's dealing with, and she became privy to this.
And after YK began speaking out, his career flatlined, just like that. Meek Mill saw it and couldn't sit quiet anymore, because to him, Drake wasn't innocent in all this. Maybe he didn't prey on YK the way Diddy allegedly did, but he still used him, milked the clout, and then abandoned him. From tattoos to jet vids to those humiliating performances, Meek's like, nah, enough is enough. And baby, the internet agrees. One user wrote, "These young artists are giving up their manhoods for fame." Another said, "Who even thrives under Diddy? He ruins careers. This is sick." And the most heartbreaking comment? YK is gonna make it because I see something pure in his spirit. God protects the broken. I'm praying for him. Ooh, what a mess. After YK dared to speak up, even in subtle emotional fragments, his career didn't just take a hit, it nosedived. Radio silence. Features? Gone. Streams? Flatlined. Label support? Vanished like a ghost. And Meek Mill? He wasn't having it. The shocking parallels is this a pattern? Let's not forget. This isn't a one-off situation. Meek Mill has been in the game long enough to know that when something like this happens, it's rarely an isolated event. He's seen artists chewed up and spat out by the machine, promised the world only to be dropped the moment they ask too many questions or show too much emotion. And now, with Diddy's entire empire teetering on the edge, Meek's pulling receipts. Publicly or not. According to sources, Meek doesn't just want to expose the pattern, he wants to break it. He's allegedly encouraging younger artists to stay away from these so-called big brothers in the industry who show up with luxury and leave behind trauma. Fans are starting to wake up too. One comment said, "YK isn't the first, he won't be the last, but we see it now. We're not blind anymore." Another added, "Drake gets away with it because he hides behind charm. But who's protecting these young kids when they get emotionally wrecked?" Ooh, the walls are closing in. YK Osiris, the lost boy or the next survivor? Here's the thing. Underneath all the chaos, all the tears, and all the clout-chasing rumors, YK Osiris is still just a kid. A kid who dreamed big, trusted the wrong people, and got dragged into something way darker than he signed up for. But fans haven't given up on him. Some are even calling for a full industry investigation into how young male artists are treated, especially when they're vulnerable, broke, and desperate. One fan posted, "YK, if you see this, there are people praying for you, people rooting for your healing, people who want you to make it out." And honestly, that message hit hard because no matter what's being said online, no matter how ugly the headlines get, YK still human, still worthy of real support. Not fake love, not PR-friendly tweets, genuine support. The final straw for Meek Mill for Meek. This wasn't just about one artist getting played. It was about an entire industry built on silence, power, and pain. And according to insiders, he's done tiptoeing around names, he's pointing fingers, he's pulling back the curtain. And if Drake thought he could stay untouched in all this, baby, think again. It's not just about who was caught in photos or who reposted who on Instagram. It's about the way these stars move behind closed doors, the games they play, the people they leave behind. And Meek, he's done letting it slide. The public is waking up and demanding answers. Social media is no longer just a place to drop emojis and selfies. It's court, and people are acting like judges and jurors right now. The public wants accountability. They want confessions. They want justice. One viral tweet said, the way they treated YK is the same way they treat anyone who stops being useful. This ain't mentorship, it's manipulation and glittery clothes. And fans are starting to call out more names. Diddy might be the center of the storm, but people are watching everyone who stood by and said nothing. Everyone who joked, everyone who benefited. So what now? At the end of the day, the saddest part is how predictable this story was. A young artist, a powerful mentor, a fake friendship, a public breakdown. We've seen this movie before, but this time, people are actually paying attention. And Meek Mill? He's not stopping here. Sources say he might even address it in his next project, name dropping included. If that happens, oh honey, this drama is going mainstream. The final word from the streets. Let's end this with a few of the rawest takes from the streets. YK was a pawn, but he can still flip the board. Drake, Diddy, all of them. They created the circus, but now the clowns are crying. This isn't just about music anymore. It's about what these artists are really doing to the next generation. God protect YK. He deserves peace. He deserves truth. He deserves to live. And just like that, the masks are cracking. The glitz and glamour of the industry, it's starting to look more like a haunted house. The fans, we see it now. The artists, they better choose their side, because Meek's not whispering anymore. He's yelling.